up, everyone? It's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition. How y'all doing this weekend? It's the end of the weekend for me over here in the UK, Yorkshire represent, and boy, have I had a fun day today. Yeah, we will get into that after I have gone through today's main topic of the live stream. And so, yeah, what picture am I on about? We'll get to that in a moment. Before we do so, though, for all those that are watching live or on the replay, if you haven't done so already, then please make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe, because I'll be honest with you, let's get to 100k so I can get that silver play button right there. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's in regards to what I'm about to talk about. Also, as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about this upcoming picture, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about it because it will guarantee a response from me. For all those in the live chat, same rules apply as always. Anyone that sends me a super chat sticker, PayPal, stream elements, your chats are guaranteed to be read out. Everyone else, I'll just pick out the ones that stand out to me. How does that sound? Gucci. With that being said, oh my goodness, for those that are watching on the replay, you know the drill. Fast forward until I get to the main topic, but the support is already coming in thick and fast. Sergeant George Harrison, I salute ya. 20 leaderships just gifted to some of you lucky alternates in the live chat. So everyone say, hey up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Sergeant George Harrison. But guess what? General Scott's also in the chat, and General be like, Sarge, I'm here too. 5 leaderships gifted to some of you lucky lot out there. So in the chat, everyone say, hey up to our newest leaders, courtesy of our sergeant and our general. Oh my goodness. And I can now declare that the gifting war has now started. We are already at 25 new leaders for today's stream. Can we get to 30 new leaders? Time will tell indeed. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone that's joined into today's stream. Really appreciate your faces. Do make sure you spank that like button so we can achieve a monkey and get to 500 likes. Can we get there? Can we get there? There's 200 of you watching right now and 128 likes. So let's get to 200 likes, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sergeant George Harrison, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks. Saying, Lewis gave me a shout out yesterday. Oh, what did he say? What did he say? Let me know, hon. In the meantime, let's jump into today's main topic. For those that are continuing to send me the support, I will get to it as and when I can. Oh my goodness, Nancy DVI, thank you so much for just sneaking in there, gifting 5 leaderships to some of you lucky alternates out there. So everyone say, hey up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Nancy DVI, because she'd be like, General, Sergeant, I see your example. I hear the call. I'm going to jump into today's gifting war as well. So who else is going to jump into today's gifting war and help us get to number 35 new leaders for today's stream? We may soon find out. But Nancy DVI, thank you so much for jumping into today's gifting war. And let's start with the main topic. Now, the Royal Rogue, my friend Jesus, he tweeted this, and I was like, I see it. So, this is a picture from Hazza and Megsy visiting the Grenadines, okay, this week. It was an exclusive in the Daily Mail, right? And Jesus is turning around, the Royal Rogue, and if you're not subscribed to him, what are you doing with your life? Subscribe right away. He says, I have serious doubts about this picture. And when I look at this picture, it's like, dude, you got serious doubts. I'm looking at this picture and it is all sorts of wrong, and wrong. This is wrong. This is disturbing, this picture. And let me explain to you as to why. So we're gonna zoom in. The power of technology and the couch laptop. We're gonna zoom in here, and I'm gonna walk through with you guys why, to me, this picture is all kinds of wrong and all kinds of disturbing as hell, guys. It really is, all right? So I've brought up some articles so you can read through it as well, so you know that I'm not talking out on my backside here. But here we go. So the first thing is they're very physically apart, okay? So if you see this here, they're not proper together, you know. There's this massive distance right here between them. It is absolutely stunning to see this chasm, right? For a couple that's turning around and saying, oh, nothing's wrong with our marriage, everything's fine in the Sussex household. This, to me, is saying otherwise. And so here, from bonobology.com, I like the website name, so I pulled a lot from this one. It says here, when you're alone with your partner, you want to touch them. Not just in a boom boom kind of way, but also as a way of creating physical intimacy by holding their hand, grazing their thigh, or rubbing their cheek. Touch symbolises closeness in a relationship. When you or your partner make a point to avoid touching each other, it's one of the stages of a dying marriage. So the first thing you see here is the distance here, to me, represents, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, the state of their marriage at the moment. They are so distant from each other, it is unreal, okay? The second thing that really draws my attention is this. What the frick is this? Like, you hold his hand, and you hold her hand. Like, couples, married couples, they hold hands. What the frick is this? I don't get it. It's insane, right? And so another indication of a bad marriage, an unhappy one, is that you've stopped holding hands, because part of, you know, showing intimacy, showing that you care about someone in that way, is that kind of physical touch, like you're touching each other, not like in a boom boom kind of way, right? Even though that counts as well, of course. But in this case, they're not holding hands at all. So this, to me, indicates that there is something wrong as well in their marriage, just based on this kind of sign alone. They're not holding hands, guys. It's like that. What the hell is this? What is this? It doesn't make sense. Now, the way that the hands are positioned, we'll get into that in a moment. But touch symbolises intimacy and emotional closeness and happiness in a relationship. So if essentially you're with someone and you're not like close to them anymore, intimate anymore, in love with them anymore, then you're just not going to be holding their hand, right? And so when you see this and you see that they're not holding hands as they're walking in the Grenadines, it's like, what? And they're still trying to turn around and say everything's fine with the marriage, nothing is wrong in the Sussex household. Who are they trying to fool at this point? This is insane, right? The way you hold hands speaks volumes as well. If you have your hands fully clasped like this while walking close enough for your shoulders to brush, that indicates that you're very, very happy and very, very close to each other. There's no holding of the hands. There's no clasping of the hands, right? The space between them, to me, indicates that the mates. This is not a married couple. This is not a happily married couple, right? They're just mates. This space between them is absolutely stunning. And the fact that they're not holding hands and they're not clasping, it's like, well, where's the closeness? Where's the physical intimacy here? Okay, physical intimacy in terms of not boom physical intimacy, but, you know, normal, everyday, safe for work physical intimacy, right? And so, moving on, you'll also notice, as I had done, that they're out of sync, okay? So what do I mean by that? So let's go back to the picture here, okay? They're out of sync. They're not mirroring each other, okay? So the first thing you'll see right here is their foot placement is out of sync. His foot is his forward foot is the right foot. Her forward foot is the left foot. When a couple are walking out of sync, that indicates that they're not in sync emotionally and physically. And again, indicates that there's something wrong in the marriage. That all is not well in the Sussex household, guys. Yeah. And so let's go back here. And so this is from Good Housekeeping. And, you know, they explain a little bit more. So if you think about Prince William and Princess Catherine, they do walk in sync. And you do see when they're together that physical intimacy that is safe for work. You do see that in terms of how they react to each other, that it is a happy marriage, that everything is fine. So body language expert Patty Wood says the goal is for couples to walk with their feet side by side on an invisible line. When this walking pattern is disrupted, it indicates that there's a disconnect between the couple. And you can see quite here, there is a disconnect. They're not mirroring each other. They're not walking in sync, mirroring each other. You see where I'm coming from here? This is stunning and it is extremely disturbing, this whole situation. Because when you read this article from Daily Mail, it's all about, oh, you know, Hazard and Megxie, they're on holiday in the Grenadines at the moment, exclusive, and here's a picture of them in paradise, walking side by side, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no. This, I believe, is completely staged. Why? Because after the Invictus Games, they went to Portugal, right? Not a picture. The reports came through that they went to Portugal afterwards, but not a picture of them was released to my knowledge. All of a sudden, right, after the Archewell Foundation in-person event in New York City, they go to the Grenadines and we get this picture. What happened to their "we want our privacy" situation, right? It's way too staged. It's way too staged. Firstly, where's the security that they so love? Secondly, where is everyone? Where is everyone? Where are the people that would be walking around as well? You would have at least seen at least one person that would be in front of them in the background or something like that. But this whole street is deserted. This, to me, is a staged photo opportunity put out by Team Sussex to try and indicate, look, after their work event in New York City, husband and wife went off to a beautiful romantic location. Look at how awesome their marriage looks. No, their marriage does not look awesome whatsoever. If I was with a partner and this was going on, I wouldn't be with them for that much longer, guys. I really would not. I really wouldn't. Now, moving on, leaning away indicates emotional distance. So when you're attracted to someone, when you really like someone, it's like a magnetic pull, right? You kind of like lean into them. You're attracted to them, not only emotionally and mentally, but physically as well. You're physically pulled into them. And so when you're leaning away from that person, then again, you're distant. you don't want anything to do with them. You don't want to be in their area whatsoever. You want to be as far away from them as possible, right? And so when you see this picture, you see here that again, the distance is absolutely stark. It is, you see it. You cannot unsee this. If she or he were physically, emotionally still attracted to each other, this distance would not be there. It just wouldn't. If anything, they're walking apart. They're walking apart. They're not leaning in. They are walking apart. It's a chasm, guys. An absolute chasm. And so physical distance usually equates to emotional distance. Makes sense, right? And so again, you know, it's just one of the reasons that I'm pointing out why I think this Megsy and Hazard picture is absolutely disturbing. Because this picture, as far as I'm concerned, encapsulates the state of their marriage. In one picture, this is the state of their marriage. And it doesn't look good, guys. It doesn't look good at all. Now, this is the last one. So you're always walking one step ahead or behind them. So it's going back to this whole mirroring situation, where you're walking one step ahead or behind them, right? And I mean, maybe it's an optical illusion, and, you know, I'll grant you that if that's the case. But to me, when I look at this picture, I see Megsy more in front than Harry. That Megsy's in front of Harry. That she's not really side by side. It feels like her torso, her whole body is in front of Harry's. So they're not walking side by side. Again, not mirroring each other, not holding hands. You see? It feels like she's more in front than Hazard. Because it feels like it's a diagonal kind of situation that's going on here, right? Where she's in front and he's behind. You see the distance. You see this whole cockamamie, what the frick is that? That ain't holding hands. That's just nonsense, right? You see that they're not mirroring each other in terms of their step and their walk. And it all points to one thing. This picture is disturbing as hell. And the extra disturbance of this whole picture is the fact that I think it's staged. I really, really do. Because again, think about it. After the Invictus Games, they went to Portugal. It was reported they went to Portugal. No pictures, right? After the New York City event, they go to the Grenadines. Oh, all of a sudden there's a picture. Wow, wouldn't you know it? There's a picture. And there's no one around. 0 people around, okay? We're looking at, it seems like a promenade, a parade here. You'd at least think that there'd be one person around, but there isn't, okay? No security as well. And oh my goodness, wouldn't you thought someone just happened to be there and take a shot at them from behind? You would have thought that they would take a picture of them from the front. Because if it's from the front, you see their faces and it's much more valuable then in terms of for the paparazzi or whoever took this picture, right? Not the case. It's from behind. This thing looks like a photo op. This thing looks totally staged. It really, really does. And so not only is this picture completely disturbing because of the whole body language situation, which I've just gone through, very, very basic body language information. You want to know more? Subscribe to my friend, the Royal Rogue, Jesus, okay? But the whole setup of this whole picture, it just screams, this is freaking staged. To hell, this is staged. This is staged so much. It is unreal. And the irony of this is, if it is staged, it's staged to be like, Oh, look at the Sussexes. They're in such a wonderful romantic place at the moment. Nothing to see here. They're still so in love. Their marriage is so awesome, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the ironic thing is their body language is saying something completely freaking different. And the two things that stood out to me as soon as I saw this picture was A, freaking hell, the distance. You can't freaking not notice that. And B, the frick is this? The frick is this? It's like they're trying to hold hands, but they're not. And there it shows as well that they're not in sync, because they literally cannot, in using spatial awareness, be able to hold hands without looking at each other. What the hell is this? This is insane. So, yeah, going back to the Royal Rogues tweet here, saying, I have serious doubts about this picture. Yeah, mate. I do too. I do too. With that being said, guys, for those watching on the live chat, stay exactly where you are. But if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course there's gonna be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. Like this video and comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories or whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about this picture and you've got some serious doubts like myself and Jesus, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And hey up, live chat, how's it going? As I mentioned yesterday, straight after this live, there will be a leader-only stream for October. So if you don't want to miss out on all the fun, then make sure you join as a member today. And yeah, let's have some fun after this general alternate Daily Nerd stream situation. But yeah, same rules apply. For those that send a super chat sticker, PayPal, stream elements, your comments are guaranteed to be read out. Everyone else, I'll just pick and choose the ones that stand out. But if you've got some very strong opinions about this picture, then yeah, consider sending me a super chat or a PayPal stream elements during this stream. With that being said, I know the support was still coming in thick and fast. So first off, General Scott, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks. And it's my favourite, the ginger doggy farting arts moment. Thank you. Really appreciate your face with that one, mate. Also as well, if I just scroll up, here we go. Let me just scroll down now. Oh, Sergeant George Harrison says that Lewis gave her a shout out yesterday because she is awesome. Damn right, lass. Absolutely. Tracy Lee, thank you so much for the $3 sugar bucks. And oh my goodness, it's the ginger doggy again. And what's he saying? Let me have a look. Oh, my hero. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. And yeah, Sergeant George Harrison makes a good point. Going back to this, yeah, dude, where's the security? You know? They were in New York City earlier on this week, and I reported on it. They had like 7 cars full of security and an NYPD escort as well. Where's the security here, right? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, right? Sergeant George Harrison that says this is a PR stunt. It's essentially what I was saying. The two things that are disturbing about this picture: A, the body language, and B, the way that it's set up. It definitely looks like it is a PR stunt, trying to turn around and be like, look, everything's fine in their marriage. look at the setting, look at them together. Aren't they lovely? Yeah, great. But then, you know, the whole distance between them you can't deny. This situation you can't deny. Like, dudes, it's like you can't pull a fast one here, right? This is going to do nothing to stop or slow down the rumours that not all is well in the Sussex household. That's for sure. Let's go back to the comments. Christy Adams says, can someone explain the poll, please? What is a div? A div is like an idiot. You're a div, you're an idiot. That kind of thing, right? Yeah, it's like a Yorkshire-ism. I'm from Yorkshire, and we have certain Yorkshire sayings, and I would say div is one of them, for sure. Just means idiot. Katie Artist 94 says, Sugars are trying to say it's just them about to hold hands. This is a thing, right? And it's what I said earlier on. If you have a level of connectedness and intimacy between you and your partner, then you adopt this level of spatial awareness where you know exactly where their hand is and you grab for it straight away, right? None of this, where's the hand again? And you kind of like get into it. No, it's like you would just have that spatial awareness to be able to grab the hand straight away. So there would be none of this situation that you'd be seeing right now. The fact that both Hazza and Megzy do not have that level of spatial awareness based on the level of intimacy that they should have to be able to grab the hand straight away, to me, Sugars are trying to square a circle here as always, and it just ain't gonna work as far as I'm concerned. Stephen Magnus says, 3 photos, location, Slim Harry, me again, zoom in, the hands look like Photoshop edges. Okay, so, I don't know. The only thing that, that does, I've heard a lot of rumours about maybe that this is photoshopped, right? That this isn't a real photo. So there's, I suppose, how do I put this? One thing that indicates to me why this might not actually be a real photo, and it's the shadow placement in terms of the sun, okay? So you see the buildings here, you see all the shadow placement that's leaning towards the right. You then see Hazza, he doesn't have a shadow. You see Megzy, she does have a shadow, but it's leaning forward rather than to the right. You then see this tree here, but this tree's shadow is leaning to the left. You then see, you know, these light poles here. No shadows whatsoever. You don't see the shadow on the left here. You don't see the shadow on the left or the right here. Sorry, I didn't have my cursor, so let me do that again. So you see the main buildings here. You see the big massive shadows. They're leaning to the right. Okay. You see Prince Hazza, no shadow whatsoever. You see Megzy and her shadow here. It's like moving forward rather than to the right, which is where these buildings are leaning towards. Then you go over to this bit here, and you've got the tree where the shadow's leaning to the left and not the right, which is where the buildings are situated. You then see this light pole here and this light pole here, and there's no shadows at all. Like, if the tree on this shadow is leaning to the left, why is there no shadow on the pole here, either leaning to the left or the right? Same here, okay? No shadow leaning to the left, right here. So, It's... I don't know for certain. However, I would say that that is a strong indication that potentially this photo is photoshopped, that it's not real. You see where I'm coming from? But yeah, it's don't know for certain, but it looks dodgy as hell. Either way, if this is a photoshopped photo, then they're idiots. Because they can't even photoshop themselves to look like a loving, committed, everything's okay in their marriage couple. They can't even do that! If it is photoshopped, it's insane. It's insane. What else are you guys saying? Let's have a look. Yeah, Sergeant George Harrison is like, PR stunt. Hello. Exactly right. Exactly. Sokiel Kamira says, couldn't the picture have been taken while the hands were in movement? Like while they're about to hold hands? Just asking, as there would be no point to walk with hands mid-air. So, true, but like I said again, if you have that intimacy, both emotional and physical, with your partner, you should have it to the point where you have enough spatial awareness that when you are walking with your partner side by side, you know instinctively where his hand is and you grab for it. None of this, like, you know, kind of sliding your wrist over to the hand as a guide. You just know instinctively where it is because of that innate spatial awareness that you have with your partner based on the high levels of intimacy and emotional the emotional stuff that you have with your partner, right? Emotional stuff. Now I'm sounding like I'm proper intelligent, right? But you see where I'm coming from? If I had, you know, the level of emotion with my partner, and the level of physical intimacy with my partner, I would have enough spatial awareness to know exactly where his hand is and go for it straight away. It's as simple as that. There'd be none of this. Just not happening. It's not happening. Jackie Swan says, I thought she was a mum first. Where are her kids? I know. There is this whole thing, right, of whether the children are real or not. Sorry, allergies now. I've said this before and I will say this again. I understand why there are a lot of people out there that are saying that the children aren't real. But I am not one of them. Just because we don't see them out and about in public so much doesn't mean that they're fake and they're not real. However, were the pregnancies real? Now that is a discussion I can have, because I'm definitely on the fence with that one. I don't know. I've looked into it all. I've spoken to my friend Meghan's mole, you know, about it. And yeah, something's not right with that picture. That's for certain as far as I'm concerned. But there we go. Sergeant George Harrison says, yes, it's bloody obvious, Steph. I know, right? Red Squirrel says, if it's such a private, exclusive place, why are they there? Right? Yeah. And, you know, if it's such a private, exclusive place, then where is their outcry of, like, respect our privacy? We went to the Grenadines and we were like, you know, we wanted our privacy. We wanted to be together as a couple without being papped, this, that, and the other. And we were, and it's an outrage, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, where is our public outrage? This picture right now from Megsy and Hazza, right? Even more evidence, as far as I'm concerned, that this picture is completely staged, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatevs, right? Trudy's like, oh, look at their darling kids. Oh, you guys are hilarious. You really are. Wanda Jones says, I just wonder why they never bring their kids anywhere. It's it is strange that we don't see them as much, considering that they are a prince and princess and that they are like 6th and 7th in line to the throne. Is it 6th and 7th? Yeah, 6th and 7th in line to the royal throne in the UK. It is kind of strange why we don't see them as much. Although I have done a video recently where I have reported that Hazza apparently wants to keep them, you know, off the radar publicly, where Megsy doesn't, and may want to use them for her commercial endeavours, to be like this whole mummy influencer kind of situation as well, to make her whole image much more softer and lovable to the public, right? Yeah. Can't put anything past that lady, I'm telling you. Ryan Brown says, I think there's distance because Hazza is pasted in. Yeah, I've seen a lot of those comments in the live chat that you think that Hazza's pasted in. I'm just wondering where his shadow is. I don't know, it just don't look... Just something is off with the picture. It really is. But who knows for definite, right? Erin Brown says, looks weird that no one is around, and why aren't they at the beach? Disturbing in so many ways. Totally. Totally. Tracy Lee says, are you sure it's them? Well, that's what it's being reported. But it's a good question in that regard. Sergeant George Harrison says, what do you expect when you put two narcissistic people together? They are incapable of emotions. So, I slightly disagree with you, Sergeant. Hazza is capable of emotions. The dude is Emotion City. Megsy, on the other hand, no. Opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, no way. She is totally a proper narcissist. Ryan Brown says, apparently the weather forecast isn't blue skies at the moment. Rumour has it old photo is put out to get attention because Prince George is in the media at the moment. I won't put it past him. We all know their desire and their track history of doing things when the royals are doing something on the same day, try and, as far as I'm concerned, steal their thunder. So I wouldn't be surprised with that. Sergeant George Harrison, my goodness, thank you so much for the $50 sugar box. Saying, do you think we are stupid or something? This is insulting my intelligence, I know, right? I know. Do they think we are stupid or something? You see, everything that they do, right? We see through it. You know, when they released the Heart of Invictus series on Netflix, we watched it and we were like, this is a puff piece for Team bloody Sussex, right? Trying to make them likeable again. We see through it. When they did the whole New York City Archewell Summit earlier on this week, again, I saw through it as far as I'm concerned. Everything that they do, it's to, as far as I'm concerned, serve their own interests and not others. They talk about service, this, that and the other, but I don't really think they know the meaning of the word, let alone the actual work and effort it will take to put in for that. Bear in mind, on their last charity tax returns in America, they did indicate that they only put in an hour a week each to the Archewell Foundation. So, you know, take that as you will, right? Silver City Royal says, where did Royal Road get the photo? So it is from the Daily Mail. I do have that article up as well, which is where I got this picture from to zoom in, so I could illustrate to you, you know, why this whole photo is disturbing as hell as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, it's from the Daily Mail, guys. Justine Kesner says, safe for work intimacy, lol. Stef the alternate, I love it. You made me laugh. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, in 15 minutes time, I am going to be ending this stream because a new one will start for leaders only, and we're gonna have a leaders only stream for October. So if you're not a member, consider joining today, right now, so you don't miss out on the leader only stream that's going to be starting in about 15 minutes time. I'll be setting that up in a moment whilst I'm here. But yeah, we're going to get a little bit more personal. I'll tell you guys what I've been up to today, and yeah, we'll just do like a question and answering session, and, you know, chill out and this, that and the other. But Ms. M, thank you so much for the $2 sugar box, and it's my favourite. Yes, the ginger doggy fatting hearts moment. Thank you. And Tears in Tina has asked, Steph, have you used the cacti drinking cup? No, I have it downstairs, like on show, as like an ornament. I don't really want to drink out of it because it's just so pretty. So yeah, it's downstairs in my living room, in the corner cabinet, and it's in there. So yeah, there you go. Lynn Denton, thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership, being a leader for 3 months. Really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. And DA, my goodness, thank you so much for the $19.99 sugar bucks. And oh my goodness, it's Mr. Hippo, and it says OP. What does that mean, OP? I mean, he looks like a Terminator dude, which is pretty cool, to be fair. But OP? What does that mean? Let me know what that means, guys. Because quite clearly, I don't have a clue. In the meantime, if you just bear with me one moment, I'm going to be now, as I'm doing this right now, doing it live, I am going to be creating the leader only stream that's going to be starting in 30 minutes time. So let's do that. Nope. There we go. I'm creating the leader only stream right now, guys. So if you are not a member and you don't want to miss out on the stream that's going to be happening in 12 minutes time, then yeah, get your sends in and yeah, become a leader so you can attend this stream that's going to be happening shortly. So let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Done did. There we go. And so gotta do that. So I'm gonna now set up the redirect to it as well. Okay, so that is done. So the leader only stream is now set up. It will be starting in 11 minutes time. There is a redirect as well. So as soon as this stream ends, you will then be redirected to the leader only stream. If you are a leader, then you'll have full access to it. If not, then you will be prompted to join as a member to become a leader in order to watch the stream in now 10 minutes time. So yeah, who else is going to join me for the leader only stream for this month? I can see here that we got 30 new leaders from today's Daily Nerd stream so far. So are we going to make it to 35 guys in the next 10 minutes? We may soon find out. We may soon find out. In the meantime, what are you guys saying? Let's have a look. Let's see. Okay, so Matthew's got a good point. So Matthew turned round and says, the shadows are not off. The sun is above them. The tree is wider than them. No shadow on the lamp because they're thin. And the fact the sun is above, they would not show shadow except in the not visible part. Okay, I get that. But in the not visible part, I mean, it's pretty visible here. So where is it? But yeah, I mean, Matthew's got a good point to indicate why maybe the shadows are all different in terms of different placements. One's to the right here, this is to the left here, that is literally from the above. Like, maybe he makes a good point there as far as I'm concerned. Red Squirrel says, my gifted membership just ran out. Yeah, I mean, for all those that are gifted memberships from the gifting wars, they only do last a month, and then after that they do run out. So if you do want to continue being a leader and getting exclusive access to my member only content, then do consider keeping it on yourself manually, so that, you know, in literally 8 minutes time you can then join me on my leader only stream for October. So there you go. Silver City Royal says OP can either mean original post or overpowered, according to Google. Yeah, I had to look it up. Fair enough. And DA, who sent the super chat sticker in the first place with the OP and the hippo dude, says, I don't know what OP means, but it was just the dollar amount I wanted to send you. Oh, well, thank you. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much, dear. Very, very generous of you regardless. So thank you, honey. I was just really just intrigued on what does OP mean? Like, what the deuce is going on there? Like, you know, just more curious than anything else. Maybe I should ask Google, like YouTube, what it means, right? see. Lisa Wilson says, Meghan is always grabbing at his hand. She would surely know where it is. I would say so too. Mistress Meg says, that Meghan is too short. Yeah, because doesn't she claim like she's like 5'8" or something like that? Yeah, who's she trying to kid again? What the deuce, right? What the deuce? Oh, Tyrana Villanueva says, great stream, Steph. Thank you for everything you do. You're awesome. Well, thank you so much. And you guys are all awesome joining me today and supporting me. So thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you all. In the leader only stream that's going to be starting in 6 minutes time, you guys, I'm going to be showing you my Christmas decorations. I went Christmas decoration shopping today and I got a Christmas tree. I can't show you the Christmas tree because I've not set that up. So, you know, that's that. But I can show you the Christmas decorations that I got. And yeah, I went to a really nice, like, Christmas bougie chic place. And yeah, we got some really nice baubles and knickknacks and Christmas stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna show you basically my Christmas decoration haul from today. And damn, was it a haul, but it was a good one. So yeah, very successful. Oh my goodness, Sergeant George Harrison's turning up again and being like, you do remember that there's a gifting war going on? And she just gifted 20 leaderships to some of you lucky old nerds out there. So I hope to see you all in the leader only stream that's starting in 5 minutes time. So everyone say, hey up to our newest leaders, courtesy of our epic Sergeant George Harrison. That takes us to an amazing 50 new leaders for today's stream. So Sergeant, thank you so much, hon. I really appreciate your face. My goodness. Let's see. Oh, wow. What else are you guys saying before we finish this stream? Let's have a look. Craig Mawson says, Steph, you and Andy are the true king and queen of your channels. Well, I keep it 100 and I don't BS, so there you go. I don't have time to pussyfoot around and sugarcoat things. Like, I'm just not about that life. I really am not. Life's too short. Just get to the freaking point, right? Simple as. Stephen says, why is that low wall not in the light but in shadow? Right. Katie Artist 94 says, love the lipstick. Thank you. Well, now that it's coming into like autumn, like winter kind of situation, I like to wear, instead of like the lip glosses, like the lip oils that I get from Dior that I like to wear during the spring and summer, I then change to like the Dior Addict lipsticks. So yeah, my makeup is now transitioning to like autumn winter situation. Yes, I'm that freaking bougie that I have makeup for on screen for like spring, summer, and then it changes for autumn, winter. I know, it's a thing. Deal with it. Red Squirrel says, mods, a sugar is loose. Hey, sugar alert. Oh, this is one of those times I miss the Beast right now, which, by the way, I have an update on the Beast, so stay tuned in the leader only stream, because I'll give you an update there. I did not get a fibre optic tree with lights, Nick. I was tempted, but in the end, I was like, nah, they just don't look right. They didn't look right to me, so didn't get it. And Tracy Bolton, oh my goodness, Tracy has just joined as a leader to this community. Everyone say, hey up to our newest leader, courtesy of Tracy. She literally was like, do you know what, I'm going to click that join button myself. And she did. She has made it to new leader number 51 for today's stream. So everyone say, hey up to our newest leader, Tracy Bolton. Let's give her a nice warm welcome. Let's see what else is going on. Tyrana Villanueva says, "Oh, my subscription just ended." Well, you know what you can do? You could hit that join button. You know, join in the festivities in 2 minutes' time for the leader only stream if you'd like, Tyrana. So there we go, honey. So yeah, with that being said, all you leaders stay exactly where you are because you will be transferred over to the leader only stream, which I will be starting shortly. But yeah, I just want to wrap up this particular stream for the Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition, thanking everyone for subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting in the live chat, sending super chat stickers, becoming a member, or taking part in today's gifting wars. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. We are now at 77,534 alter nerds in this community, so I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Next week you will be getting, of course, the Daily Nerds twice a day, Monday to Friday, and then next Saturday and Sunday, yes, we will be going live again for the Daily Nerd Live Saturday and Sunday edition. Hopefully by then the Beast will be back, and you know, all this will be back to normal, okay? For those that don't know, the Beast is in the shop at the moment. It broke down. So it is being repaired as we speak, and hopefully it will be back sometime next week. And yeah, everything can go back to normal. But yeah, like I said, everyone in the live chat, please stay exactly where you are, especially if you are a member, because you will be transferred over to the member only stream, which I will be starting in a moment for you guys. Those that are not a member, consider joining right now so you don't miss out on today's member only stream for October. I appreciate your faces. Thank you so much for joining. And until the next time, laters. Bye.